Hey, it's Eric with RegFox here. In this video, I'm going to explain the difference between absorbing the fees and passing on the fees. And so you have a setting which you can change in RegFox to whether or not you pass on the fees or whether you absorb them. Before I show you how to configure that, it's really important you consult your state laws. There are laws in certain states, California and New York being two of them, that have something called price transparency laws. And what they're really trying to do is to stop the event companies that are going to sell a $50 option, but when you get to the checkout, it's like $2 trillion. So we all know who I'm talking about. And so there are laws trying to discourage and ban that. And so you need to be aware of your given state of whether or not you can pass on the fees because it may not be in compliance with your state. So by default, all RegFox pages will be turned on to absorbing the fees, meaning all credit card fees and RegFox fees will be deducted before you get your direct deposit payout. So let me show you what that looks like on an example page here, and I'll show you what it looks like to pass on the fees. So let's take this corporate registration, it's $500, and then down here we see the total is $500 and the billing information, meaning you're going to charge $500, the registrant will pay $500, and then your net payout in your bank account will be minus the credit card fees and the RegFox platform fees. Now, we built the ability to pass on the fees because we hear so many times that people want to have really clean reconciling whole numbers. They say, hey, I want to charge $500 for my event. I just want $500 in my bank account. Can you help me modify it to where the fees are perfect? Because when you have the deducted fees, this is going to be an uneven number. So if you want to have a $500 charge for your registration and ultimately $500 in bank account, you need to pass on the fees. And so that will appear in a summary before the billing when you do that. But again, make sure your state permits that. So let me go show you where to turn this on and how to configure it. Okay, so here you can see we have a whole section here based on how you want to handle the fees. And by default, it'll be you absorbing the fees and they will be deducted before payouts. You can pass on the fees to the registrants during checkout when that is enabled. And we have some examples and some price scenarios here that you can see, but it's really important to know that when we pass on the fees, we actually have to add a small incremental margin because the credit card charge is not for the $500, it's for $500 plus the credit card fees and the RegFox fees, meaning the overall credit card charge is actually higher. So we have to add a tiny little margin there to make the math right. Otherwise, you will get an uneven payout in your bank account. So let me show you what this looks like when you are passing on the fees. And so you can go here. You can see corporate registration is $500. We go back down here. We go to the summary, and here we see the summary is $522.66. And so we have the registration and then the processing fee, which is the 3% credit card fees plus the margin plus the RegFox fees is $22.66. And what this will do is this will give you a $500 deposit in your bank account. So we do all the math on all the calculations, and so you will get that into your bank account. Now, if you don't want to do it this way and you want to accommodate for the fees and you want it to comply with most of the regulations that are out there, it might just be best to go up here and you're going to continue to absorb the fees, but we're going to go over to the registration options and you're going to modify this and you just would build in the price here. So if you don't like how we pass on the fees and you want to recoup the fees, you could certainly change this to $215 and increase your overall amount for the registration options. And that is a fine way to do it. It doesn't matter to us, but it's important to know that you won't have those even numbers in your payouts. So that is what you need to know about passing on the fees if you want to do it. It's great for people who want that really clean bookkeeping, really clean payouts and deposits, but it's totally up to you. It doesn't matter to us, but now you know. And again, just be sure to consult your local regulations and your state laws regarding this. All right, that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching this video. We'll catch you on the next one.